we are talking about what I like and don't like about the bike, why I picked it, because we are at 3,900 miles, almost 4,000 miles, 3,989 apparently right this second, which is, you know, a fair bit more than when I last talked about this, and it's my most popular video. So first, let me say that I think all of the choices, all of them, every single freaking one that is a common option right now in this market, you know, Ninja 400, Z400, MTO3, even the MTO7, the Duke 390, the RC 390, although that's more of a race specific bike, Husqvarna's, like, I do not care. Yamaha R3, any of these, they're all good choices. My choice does not have to be your choice at all. I picked this bike for a number of reasons, starting with cost to own, meaning overall maintenance costs, including the fact that I wanted to do the maintenance mostly myself, and I do not have another vehicle. That means that if doing the maintenance is going to take a little longer, that can be a problem. Particularly if, okay, you're a new worker, you're a new mechanic guy, right? If something's a little more complicated, it can multiply the time. That's not saying that it's bad, it's just saying that that additional complexity when you're new is multiplied. And I wanted something that I could do the work myself with. It's my only vehicle, so it means it has to get done. It can't be a long drawn out process. I might have a day to get it done, or I need to go rent a car. right? I mean, suddenly it's way more expensive. We have rain all over my freaking visor. It's a freaking issue. So I picked the least complicated of the modern bikes. And I mean, there are other similarly complicated versions. Like the Husqvarna is pretty darn similar, but they are more expensive. They have more fancy features that can potentially go wrong. And they do have a reputation for being a little less reliable. It's a sliding scale. We're not talking an AMF era Honda, Harley here. So that was high on my list of things. That did not, and let's be very clear, that did not completely exclude any of the bikes. The other thing I was looking at was the overall vibe. Most of the other bikes I was looking at, honestly, have the same vibe. They all kind of look and feel the same from the outside perspective. Obviously, when you're riding them, they're different bikes, but they're pretty similar. I wanted something different. This is different. Very different look. I mean, to me, that was a huge part of it. Very different look. I've had people comment that they don't like motorcycles. They like this one. They like how it looks. I'm all over that. I love that. It's different. And it's different in a way that I like. That had value to me. Now, other than that, I did like and I had not ridden one. I did like what I was hearing from people about the handling and performance. I wasn't looking for a speed demon, or I would have gone with a Z400 or a Duke 390. Those are both much faster bikes. Even the MTO3 is a faster bike. An R3 is definitely a faster bike. Like, every other choice was faster. But I wasn't worried about that. It just had to be fast enough, and it is. And I still feel that way. I'm not chasing speed. I can't see up that road. So it was a combination of factors, none of which on their own really did it, but a lot of them made this a very strong contender where it might not otherwise have been, which means that for you, it may not be the right choice. I am not saying this is the best of that group of bikes. I'm saying that it was one of the best for me, and I chose to go with it. I don't regret that choice. I'm gonna loop around a couple times. I need to finish this vlog. I'm going to Black Rifle Coffee to edit. I really like the handling on this bike. I really like that it's so light. Because when you make a mistake as a new rider, it's very often at low speed. It's parking lot speeds. It's parked speeds. It's literally standing still is a common spot to make a mistake. And having a very light bike as opposed to, you know, a 600 or 700 pound beast helps. So that's what I chose to do. I chose to go with the lighter, easier to handle, nimble, fast enough bike. And I don't regret that choice at all. Now, is it the best on the highway? No. Something with a damn fairing or a windscreen, with it weighs a little more, maybe a little longer wheelbase, would be freaking awesome on my commute day to day. But such is life on trade-offs. It gets the job done. I'm not able to do my commute. I'm not, you know, scared to death on my commute or anything. Like, it's not a problem. So I've traded one thing for another. And I'm okay with that trade. Now, you may not be. You got to decide. On the other hand, keep in mind, any of the naked bikes, particularly the smaller ones, are going to have similar issues on the highway. There's simply not enough bike. Really, dude? Just pull out right in front of me. There's simply not enough bike on these smaller bikes for that environment to be relaxing. But it's fun. It's freaking fun. So, you know, you gotta pick your priorities and roll with it. I know people are probably like, oh, he's selling out and he's going Harley because of my last two videos. I'm not. I would really love to be able to keep this one and do that Harley. That would be ideal. Keep this, or if I replace this with something a little bigger, you know, as I get more experience, because remember, we're talking a year or two out for that Harley. If I replace this with something a little bigger, then do the Harley, I would like to keep the sportier bike. Really, like, my biker soul is split between those two genres. When I'm taking a cruise to Fredericksburg, the Road Glide is where it's at. You know, when I'm thinking, you know, hey, I want to go up to Austin to go to a meet, the Road Glide would be the bike. But when I'm cruising around town, like for what I just did, this is the bike. Now, don't get me wrong, as a grocery getter, the Road Glide is way, way better. You've got storage. But on the other hand, I would probably still take this more often than not with the backpack. Easy, right? Easy. I don't need to haul a ton of groceries. I just need to haul enough groceries. You know, a $20 U-Haul van rental for a couple hours is enough to, if I had some need to stock up a bunch, you know, is doable. I tend to plan ahead. I'm not buying groceries for that day. The only thing I'm buying for that day is the freaking chocolate milk that I'm addicted to. So, anyway, take care, have fun, stay safe. I will see you guys later. Enjoy the ride.